Hey everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwiners.com coming to you from the Kyle Zakowski studio on the expansive first floor of the Winners and Winers Sports and Entertainment Complex to bring you today's Deep-3. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would be so kind, if you like what we're doing, if you appreciate the content, maybe get a laugh or two, maybe even get some good tips, make a buck or two, we appreciate the thumbs up, and as always, we appreciate all our subscribers. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. That way you get notified every time we put brand new content up. For both of those things, of course, we are eternally grateful. Thank you very much. And let us know what you're playing. That's the most fun for me as I find out what you guys are on. Maybe even pick up a tip or two. So put your plays in the comment section, whatever it is you're on for today. Something in the Monday Night Football game. Maybe you got something working in some other sports. Whatever it is, give me your best up to 5 plays. And you get them right, we'll give you the shout out. You get enough of them right, just like Kyle Zakowski, you will be our capper of the day. We have a great story on capper of the day today, so stay tuned for that in the shout out sections if you would. And of course, make sure you stop by and visit our websites, winnersandwiners.com and snapsalt.com, especially when there's Monday night games and Thursday night games, because nobody, and I mean nobody, does a deeper dive or a more thorough examination of those games than our writers over there at Winners and Winers. And Monday nights, that means it's Chris Altrudo. We know him as the Dude, and he's number one. He's a great writer. He's used to be an AP stringer, and he turned into a great handicapper. So he's always enjoyable to write. He writes in a great style, but most importantly, a ton of information. And when I say a ton of information, it's almost literal. So stop by there. Check it out. If I'm lying, I'm dying. You're not going to find a more expansive view anywhere of this Monday night contest. All right. And of course, check out our partner over there at pointsbet.com. For those of you that are in Iowa, those of you that are in New Jersey, make sure you stop by and check out PointsBet. Get yourself an account started today. They're doing something very cool with the NFL. You put an NFL bet down. If your team scores first, you win. That's it. That's it. You don't have to sweat anything else. Man, you could have that 1 o'clock game. Your team runs back the opening touchdown, the opening kickoff, and at 1:05, you got the rest of your afternoon free. So, if you haven't done so already, and you are in one of those 2 states, definitely check out PointsBet. All right, kids. Let's take a look, see how we did yesterday. It was not the prettiest of days. We had the Rams Atlanta Falcons over. And the Rams, well, they certainly did their job. They had a little snapback there, as we foresaw perhaps happening. However, Atlanta did absolutely nothing. Just absolutely zippo. Matt Ryan was not good, and then he got knocked out. But by then, it was way too late for us. And, just not a good thing. Not a good thing at all on that one. Should have had the team total over as far as the Rams go. We did have Minnesota. They took care of business there. But the one that really was the heartbreaker, it was the Baltimore-Seattle over, and we looked good at halftime, but third quarter kind of put the screws to us, and we were absolutely toast until late in the game when Baltimore got a scoop and score. Seattle got the ball back with about 3 minutes left, got it down to I want to say, where were they? About the 7, the 8-yard line. Couldn't punch it in, and of course, because they're down 17. You know they're going to kick the field goal, and that's exactly what they did. So we didn't. The back door was open. We got our foot in the back door, and then they slammed it shut and broke all of our toes. So 1-2 we go on the Deep-3. 0-2 we go on the premium side, as we had the San Francisco 49ers to cover 9.5. They win 9-0 there in the Amazon rainforest. That was just an ugly game. I love running teams when it's bad weather. We had our shots. Robbie Gould missed a field goal. They had the ball inside the 5, at least inside the 10 twice. Came away with field goals, and and even on the last play where he was rolling out, we had a shot at it as Bosa hitting with the sack. The ball bobbled. I'm thinking, here it comes. It's going to be a scoop and score to end the game. No. So we end up, I think we end up 3 points short on that one. So anyway, that was That was not good. And then we had Miami team total under, and of course Fitzmagic goes nuts in the first half. He throws for 282 yards, which is 40 yards further than anybody has thrown for against Buffalo this season, including Tom Brady and Andy Dalton. So, the bearded wonder went nuts in the first half, and that cost us our team total there. So, 0-2 we go. 1-2 on the Deep-3. But you know what? Let's take a look at tonight because, on a Monday night, with no baseball especially, you know what it is. It's prop night. So, I know everybody's excited. Full disclosure, here it is. All right? We have done not well on the prop so far this season. I think we are, what are we guys, 4-10, 4-11, something like that on the props. Not good. We've been 50-50 over the last couple of weeks. We've been proving it a little bit. But just before you decide to jump in and as some people do, play my props for thousands of dollars, know the record, do your own research, all right? That's my disclaimer with the props. But first, we're going to start with the full game. And this one, as the Patriots take on the Jets, I'm looking at the total of 43.5. I like the under. Darnold is back, but he's got a couple of problems facing him. First is the elephant in the room that really nobody wants to talk about too much is the ineffectiveness of Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell's averaging just 3 yards per carry on 85 carries so far this season and has scored just one touchdown. And he has the most he has rushed for this season has been 68 yards in a game. Apparently, he's not hurt. He's not unhappy, and he's not good. I don't know what happened over the year off, but whatever it is, so far it looks like the same thing has happened to Melvin Gordon. So taking a huge extended vacation in the middle of your career, maybe not the best move so far. But perhaps an even bigger problem for the Jets has to do with the injuries on the offensive line. Starting tight end and their left tackle, they are doubtful for this game. Their interior linemen, their center, and their two guards are all three questionable. That is not going to be a good thing for a Jets team that gives up more sacks per game than any team in the league going up against the Patriots. Hey, you want to guess who has the most sacks so far this season in the league? Yep, it's the Panthers. But the Patriots are second. And for much of the season, they did lead in sacks. Now, most of those sacks for the Jets, they were not against Darnold. And he does have a little better mobility than Luke Falk and whoever else got out of that clown car to start a football game for the Jets while he was out with mononucleosis. By the way, why does nobody ever get duonucleosis? You think if it was the kissing disease, it would be duonucleosis. But I digress, all right? The problem for Darnold, it's more than him just getting sacked. His accuracy suffers greatly when he has to move his feet. When he has to start moving around in the pocket and even break containment of the pocket, he is not the world's most accurate passer. He is almost guaranteed to throw 2 picks. He's going to throw one dumb one, and then there's going to be one great play by probably the best secondary in football right now, and that is the New England Patriots. On offense for the Pats, Brady is also missing some critical pieces. He's got both of his tight ends are hurt. And Josh Gordon is going to be out as well. They actually had to sign Ben Watson, who is, I think, 76 years old right now, a couple weeks after they actually cut him. Man, that's got to be a tough phone call for the Patriots GM after all your tight ends get hurt, and you got to call up Ben Watson and beg him to come back and play. Ben's like, the dickens you say. So you need me now, huh? Well, that certainly changes things a little bit. So I hope Ben roasted the Patriots nuts before he came back and played football with them. That's all I have to say. I think Brady and the boys, I think they're going to look to control the ball even more than they do with runs and short passes. I think they want to control the clock, and I think they want to limit Darnold's chances since they are going to be a little less dynamic than they usually are. Probably not quite as willing to get into a shootout as normal, lacking their quick strike ability down the field there with Gordon. And you know how Brady loves to use his tight end. So I think this one ultimately ends up getting sloggy. I don't think the Jets are going to do much. I think the Patriots will do enough to take care of business. But I do like the Patriots Jets under 43.5. All right, drum roll, please. Here we go with our props. The first one I'm taking a look at is Darnold, 220.5 yards passing. I like the under at minus 113. All right, so let's start with the basics. Let's start with doing the math here. Sam Darnold's made 15 pro starts for the New York Jets. He has passed over 220 yards 6 times in those 15, all right? So based purely on that, the number should be minus 150. We're getting minus 113 right here. That's a 32.7% overlay just on the math, all right? So next we want to look at, how did he do when he faced the Pats? Well, it's a small sample size, obviously. He missed him one time last year with an injury. He does have one start against the Pats. He threw for 167 yards. So now we have to move on to some of the more intangible things. Can he be expected to be protected and have a clean pocket? Well, we asked and answered that one above in our preview for this game. Now, a couple of things work on the other side of the ledger. He has a weak running game, and they are likely to be behind and need to throw the ball more to catch up. But that also means that the pass rush doesn't have to respect the run, and they're going to be even more ferocious, and let Darnold spend less time comfortable in the pocket. I like Sam Darnold to go under 220.5 yards. All right. Now, we're going to make another play, and this is going to kind of seem counterintuitive to the one we just made. I like Jamison Crowder, wide receiver for the Jets, over 48.5 yards, and that is also minus 113. Why? Well, here's the deal. Darnold may not get to 200, but he is going to get some yards, all right? He's probably going to throw for 150 plus, and those passes have to go somewhere. I think what the Patriots are going to want to do here, I think they want to take away the deep threat in Robbie Anderson, and I think that Le'Veon Bell has been even less of a factor. He caught just one pass last week. He's normally been a pretty good pass catcher. He really hasn't done much in the pass catching game, especially in the last few games. So that leaves Jamison Crowder, and Crowder is kind of the master of running those intermediate out patterns that the Jets like to use to keep the sticks moving. He caught 6 of 9 targets last week against the Cowboys, 98 yards, and he had a long of 30 yards. I think we're going to spin the big wheel of who in the hell is going to get the ball from Sam Darnold. I think it lands on Jamison Crowder. Give me Jamison Crowder over 48.5 yards receiving. And give me Sam Darnold under 220.5 yards passing. And we'll start it off with a full game under on the Patriots. Jets under 43.5 at the end of this game. It'll be a happy Monday night, guys. You can join me, pick up our winning tickets, and we will head back to the window. All right, everybody, let's take a quick look at our premium plays here, if you will. All right, after pulling even yesterday, our 0-2 day brought us back down to 18-20. Man, I had such high hopes for day. I loved both of those plays. I can't believe we didn't get at least a split. All right, so anyway, somebody get the popcorn. I'm awful salty. That leaves our football record for the premium picks at 49-37-1. That's the NFL and NCAA combined. That is 57%, and that will make you money each and every day. So if you'd like to get down on the premium picks, make sure that you get signed up there. Follow that link if you would. And let's see how you guys did here with the shout-outs for today, all right? We'll start off with S&G 13. S&G 13, he had the Houston Texans on the money line, plus 100. That was a nice play. The astute Aardvark. Said, no love for the Aardvark again. He said he went 5-4 yesterday, plus 55. He's grinding grubs. Said he even spent all of 2002 in Turkey shopping for chairs, man. All for naught. That's some funny shit right there, AA. Anyway, on to tonight's sniffs. Now, before we read his picks, I'm going to tell you right now, Aardvark, I went back and checked, dude, and your comments were not there. I'm dying to know if that's just me that can't see him or if you can see him. So if you get this, check out what would that be? Saturday's video. Go to the comment section, see if you see your comment, because I am now utterly convinced I am not seeing all the. In fact, I know I'm not seeing all the comments because yours wasn't there. So anyway, dude, apologies. I don't know why, and you're not stuck in YouTube jail where I have to go in and let you out. There's nothing in the jail that's been weirdly kicked for spam, dude. I don't know what the deal is. I honestly don't. So again, apologies. All right. So for today, the Aardvark started off well. He had the Vikings, he had Houston, and then it kind of went south on him. So we'll just talk about how well hopefully he loaded up on the Vikings in Houston. Christopher W. He played some unders today, and that was that New Orleans-Chicago game, holy crap. Remember Chicago used to have a defense like 2 weeks ago? That was fun. The Tennessee-San Diego played that one under. That one went over by 1 point. Thank you very much. Boy, what a wild finish that was. And he also played the Miami-Buffalo under 41, another play that I thought was pretty decent. I didn't totally trust the Miami defense. Now, Time Traveler Steve said, Christopher W., the Miami-Buffalo total might surprise you. And it absolutely did, but it didn't surprise Time Traveler Steve, but it certainly surprised me, and I'm guessing it surprised Christopher as well. And then Time Traveler Steve showed that he wasn't always on top of things. He decided to parlay the Deep-3. Sorry, brother. You know what? I expected better from today. I really did. Nick Rampero said, here's some winners for Yins. As we found out, a Yinzer is somebody from Pittsburgh. I mean, you learn so much new doing this business. And it wasn't Nick's best day, but he did have the Minnesota Vikings minus the 2.5 points. Mean Green had a little combo play with he put up 6. I actually rated his first 5 plays. He went 3-2 and plus 80. Nice job, Mean. J.E., what up? J.E. said, okay, the person is the worst capper in the ward, winning the worst capper in the ward is back. Here are 3 wieners. And you know what Jay did? He went out and hit 3 in a row. He hit Arizona plus 3.5, hit Minnesota minus 2.5, and he had Indy minus 1.5. Nice job, Jay. 3-0 plus 300. Man, how the times, they are changing. Derek Gibson. Derek, he had some plays. He made some plays. Let's see. Kyle Z, our returning champion. He went out there and went 3-2 plus 215. He had some nice money line plays. He had the Saints plus 180 and the Ravens plus 135. So yeah, even though he goes at just 3-2, he ends up going up plus 215. Well done. That's some next level shit, of course. And I forgot to mention, he had the Colts as his best play, and they absolutely took care of business, no problem at all. That was his capper of the day, play of the day. So he actually went officially 4-2 for 315. Nicely done there. Nicely done, Mr. Z. Max Luminous. Oh, Max. He loved the Baltimore Seahawks over as well. Dude, I was all over that. Anyway. He said he liked the Atlanta over, but it won't be part of your 5. Okay, well, that was a good decision. He had a couple of good plays. Max had the Jaguars minus 1.5, minus 4.5. He did a nice job with the Cardinals on the money line plus 165. That's a nice payday. So Max hit a couple there for real. Super Cisco tells us that SMU is real, by the way, is the real deal, and I totally agree with that after watching them play yesterday. Texas T Talk Show. Not surprisingly, he had the Texans. I don't think we're starting there. But he actually ended up going 3-1 plus 190 on the day. Nice job, Texas T Talk Show. Kent P had the Vikings and some other plays, and then he also has the Patriots for tonight minus the 9 points. Mikey B had a nice day. He went 3-2, and I don't know exactly what Mikey B was because he had Oakland plus 9. I'm guessing that cost him some juice. I'm going to guess Mike B ended up 3-2, somewhere around plus 40 on the day. Still not bad at all. Super Cisco had the 49ers Redskins under 39. That was a great play right there, dude. Absolutely. Had the Ravens on the money line plus 130. Well done, my friend. Derek Saunders, he had the Colts money line. He had the Bears Saints over. He ends up going 4-1 plus 290. Nice job, Derek. First King. I don't know that we've heard from First King before. Welcome, my man. He had the Rams minus 3 and the Colts minus 1.5. He had a couple others. He got juiced on the day. The legendary King said bet in the house on the Ravens plus 3. He went 1-0 plus 1 house. Nicely done. No, plus 1-0 plus 100. S&G 13. Oh my God, dude. He said LMFAO. Oakland's owner Mark Davis made my day. He looks like an adult version of a 1980s Cabbage Patch doll that you got with a haircut. He makes my day every time I see him. Thank you, Mark Davis. I went and looked up his picture. I'd never seen his picture before. You guys, I highly recommend doing this. He looks exactly like the illegitimate spawn of Captain Kangaroo. Same freaking haircut. Google Mark Davis, owner, Raiders, images. Thank me later. I am not shitting you. All right? So, Our positive cappers for the day: Mikey B, 3-2 plus 40. Mean Green, 3-2 plus 80. The legendary King, 1-0 plus 100. Texas T Talk Show, 3-1 plus 190. Kyle Zukowski, 3-2 plus 215. Derek Saunders, 4-1 plus 290. But ladies and gentlemen, our capper of the day, following the grand tradition of Boston College over the University of Miami, the Appalachian State Mountaineers over the Michigan Wolverines, the Washington Nationals over the Los Angeles Dodgers, and now, ladies and gentlemen, your friend and mine, our capper of the day, is Jay Yee, 3-0 plus 300. Jay, started at the bottom, now you're here, baby. Congratulations. You are our capper of the day. Jay, if you got to play for Monday night, something that you're digging on, throw it in the comment section for everybody to see, and make sure everybody gets down on that. You got one for Monday, you got one for Tuesday. We're kind of transitioning. You guys, we've kind of been all over the board. So if you got to play for either one of those, put it out there, Jay. Congratulations, my friend. Well done and well deserved. Thanks for hanging in there, brother. I think you've turned the corner, my friend. To the rest of you guys, congratulations, make a little money. The rest of us, you know what? It's a brand new week. Let's get fired up, all right? So no matter what happens, we'll meet back here tomorrow about the same time. We'll bitch about our bad beats. We'll brag about those fat stacks, especially for J.E. And then, because we're all degenerates, it's going to be starting out the World Series. We'll jump in there and we'll fire it up. We'll do it all again, all right? You guys take care. Good luck on all of your plays today. We'll see you next time, all right? Bye-bye.